So we're going to break down these shapes because remember when we first see it, it's a little intimidating, but it isn't once we figure out what we need to do with it. So who can tell me some of the shapes that you're seeing on here?
Circle. Line.
A circle. You're right. So we have the circle here. Yeah, we do have lines, but what's this shape right here if we actually finish this? Like
trapezoid.
It's like a trapezoid, but let's see what happens if we made it a triangle. All right, so we would be able to get right into the circle there to make it a triangle, and then we'll just erase those ones in the middle like we always do. And then we have some little teeny circles here on the sides. And then we have all this detail work back here once we actually get into the garden part. All right, and we're gonna start with that circle shape that we talked about. So go ahead and put a circle on there, and let's do it lightly. Remember, if we go too dark, what happens if it's too dark? Is way
you can't erase it.
Yes, way too hard to erase. So don't make it too dark. All right. Then we're going to put in our triangle, and our triangle is going to come through our circle. So let's go ahead and put like a little dot in our circle. Let me get closer so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, I put a little dot in my circle. It's not quite in the center of my circle. It's down just a little bit, and I'm going to use that dot to come down and create my line. Now I'm going to do it on the other side to come down. And the last thing is to put a line to connect those. So I'm going to go ahead and start with one of my lightest colors first. So I have this color right here, kind of a light brown, and I'm going to shade in this whole area. So instead of being up on the tip, I'm going to put it down so it's laying almost flat on the paper so that I can cover a wide area at one time. But don't go into your little keyhole. We got to go around that keyhole. Now it's okay for your lines to be showing. So you can see I've got some really abrupt lines because this is a wood door. So it's okay because it's going to look like the grain of the wood, which is like where the planks are. All right. So let's get that color on. That should go fairly quickly. Now, if I was not doing this on the side of my pencil, it would take a really long time to shade in little areas. So another reason why we use the side of the pencil is to cover a large area faster. And since we're working in layers, like we do with colored pencils, we just want to get that first layer on. So then we can start layering on top. Okay, good job. Oh my goodness, all my colored pencils are in my way. I gotta slide them out. Okay. Now, yours probably looks like mine where you're looking at it going, this looks like it was done by a baby. And that's okay, because we have to have that first layer, and then it's going to get better as we go. All right, before I blend it, I want to actually add some more colors to it so that I have more to blend besides just this one color. I'm going to start right by my lines here, and instead of being completely flat like we were when we were shading, I'm going to lift it up a little bit. So now it's at about this degree. All right, it's not way up like this, and it's not completely flat. We're just lifting it up a little bit so we can outline our keyhole. All right, so I've outlined my keyhole, and now I'm going to add a little bit more of this color on the side. So remember, we're going to tip it onto the side to shade so we can shade a large area at once. And I'm just going right over my other color just so I can have lots of browns inside this wood door instead of just one flat color. There we go. That's looking awesome. All right, Now I'm gonna add a color to it that may seem kind of weird. I'm gonna add a little bit of an orangey color to it. So here I have kind of an orange pumpkin-y color. Now, if you have any color of orange you can put in there, or you could do like a yellow if you wanted, but I'm gonna do the orange. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna tip it on its side, and I'm gonna just put a little bit in. This will just give me a little bit more color when I get ready to blend. I'll make it a little bit more interesting. Maybe you could pick whichever color you want and it will make your door look different from everybody else's. If you want yours to have a little bit of green in it, you could do that if you wanted. I'm gonna stick with this orange color. All right. Now we are ready to blend once you've gotten to that point. If you're not to that point, you just keep going. I'm gonna start blending with my Q-tip, all right? I'm gonna start really close into my keyhole, right at this little corner here where they connect. And I'm just going up and down when I'm going this direction because we've got this shape that's going up and down. And then I'm following the curve on this side. And then scrumbling to fill in the gaps. All right, so that only blended this one little triangle section. You can see that this would take a little bit of time. And maybe you like the look of your door not blended. Maybe you like it looking a little more rustic. Then you don't have to do as much blending. I'm just going to use that Q-tip in a couple of spots just to smooth things out. And you do have to apply quite a bit of pressure to it. Not enough that you break the Q-tip, but enough that it's actually picking up the color, as you can see right here. And then I can blend it. Now, I can't blend it with this guy because he already has all my orange. So use a clean one or a tissue or your finger. We don't want brown in the sky. We just want blue in the sky. Awesome. All right, let's look at our trees up above, up here. And we're going to do some big scrumbly motions with this to create some of the sections of the tree. So I'm doing just little, they're not perfect circles. Like last week when we did the turtle and we did some circle shapes, they weren't perfect circles. We're gonna do some of those. And some are big and some are small. Now I'm gonna go in and put some more little odd shaped circles in that scrumbly motion. And it's okay to have some of them come out farther into your sky where you like the way they look there. That's awesome. I like that. All right. Make sure you put the little lines at the top so we know how tall that is. All right. And then there's going to be a piece that goes through the center of it, but we're going to just color in between. So I'm going to go back to that same color that I used, that light color, and I'm going to put a little line going this way. So almost like if I did a line all the way across, but because I don't want to ruin all those other little lines I put in there, I'm just going to go in between. And then I will fill it in. So there we go. I've got the little line going. Now with my gray, I can go in and outline it. There you go. And then you have to sign it because you did such a great job. I always write the year too, so I can remember when I made that.